welcome to week 4 of December 2023, coffee and card. I'm just going to pull that light down a wee bit to help reduce the shadows. I'm getting a ring light for Christmas, woohoo! So hopefully there'll be fewer shadows from January on my videos. So today we're going to be still using the Wanted to Say dies, and we're going to be using You're Too Kind today, and we're also using the little decorations here, the little hearts that are on, and we've got a fun fold. So just open and then you can write your message or whatever on there. So nice thank you card maybe. So here we go with all the stuff in here. So you've got your card base and then some blue for the die cutting and some bubble bath. Love this colour. Bubble bath for your die cutting as well. Then I've got a piece of bubble bath to form the fun fold part, and then a couple of pieces of designer series paper. So it's a really good way to use up designer series paper. They're going to go there and there, and then a piece of white. And I appear to have gained an envelope on one of these. That one has got some die cuts in. Okay, so if you want to pause the video and go and do your die cuts, then you can, because I've done mine already. So, and this one not so joined up together, so you've got 3 words, but we don't have to go hunting for the apostrophe or the dot on the I. They're all attached. So You're Too Kind, and then in the blue the background in the bubble bath, and then some little hearts, which again they're all connected. I think yeah, clearly whoever designed this is sick of hunting around for little pieces, because it's all connected, which is brilliantly useful. Okay, so it's very simple. This card just needs putting together basically. Pop that there so you can still see it, and I'll get my dies out of the way. And we'll do some sticking. So on this one I haven't pricked through everything, so I've just got a little bit just there that needs to come out of the yaw. There we go. And now we're just going to stick all this together. So I'm going to get my trusty silicone mat out. I think this one looks like the older one. I do have 2 of these. They're so useful and so inexpensive. Yes, this is the old one covered in glue, and I'm just going to get everything together. And this means this needs a wash, and I'll just wash it under a warm tap, and everything will just wash off. It's brilliant, and it'll be pristine again. So it's really good when you're gluing little things that it doesn't matter if you glue sort of tips over the edge, because you won't end up with sticky bits on the area you're working on. Right, so we'll start with the yaw. And I'm just going to get that off. I store it upside down, so every now and then you just get a little bit and it's flooding out. So what I'm going to do, because it's flooding out, I'm actually going to take it out. And then I am going to pop it there. And I've just got a little glue spreader like the one you used to have in primary school. And I'm just going to pick up little bits and just dot it onto the piece I want to glue. Okay, and this gives you a bit more control, that you're not ending up with big splodges. And I'm starting with Your. So there's loads of different ways you can get glue onto projects, and you need to find your favourite. So, and because I store my glue upside down and it's quite a new one, that's why it's flooding out. So I thought I'm going to end up with glue everywhere if I use it like that. So I am just dotting about on here, and concentrate on your ends, because you don't want your ends to be flapping about. Okay, so just there we go. And then I shall get my little tweezers and pick that up. Okay, and then slide that off to one side. So now we're popping that on here. So just line it up by eye, so you've got a reasonable border around. There we go. happy with that, stick it down. Okay, so we're going to do, oops, the same again with the 2. Turn that over, and I'm just picking up little bits and just dotting it round. And you don't, it's such a good glue, this green glue, you do not need much at all. In fact, I've probably put far too much on there for what I'm needing this for. I got this off Amazon. I think I've got about 12. I have them in my kit for classes, and they're just handy just to have, so that you can, you know, if you end up with a gloop of glue, they're really good for spreading the glue out, because they are glue spreaders. That is what they're designed to do. Because I spent a bit more and got these fancy ones, and you know, they're not as good. These ones, they're sort of silicone, they're really, really bendy, but because they have a curve in, they don't really spread the glue as well. You can see it on there, it sort of isn't, yeah, so wasn't very impressed with those. These are definitely the winner. But it's a good way of just, you can use cocktail sticks as well, some people do that. I found I'd keep losing my cocktail sticks, whereas these seem to stick around. So just little tiny weeny dots on the back of your sentiment. As I say, it's a really good glue, so you don't need much at all. So I think that's probably 3 different ways I've shown you how to do these, and we still haven't used double-sided sticky, which is also available from Stampin' Up. You don't get your wriggle room so much with that. I mean, to be fair, it's not stuck down until you press it, but you don't have to press it very hard for it to be stuck down. Just going to catch the end of that D, top and bottom, and get my tweezers again, and then this I'm going to position on where it says kind, which is here. So again, popping it down when you're happy with the position. There we go. How cute is that? You're too kind. And I really like the dark against the lighter background there. So I'm going to keep that glue to glue these on. So in fact, what I'm going to do, let's get this piece together. So there is sort of a way with this. Yeah, I think I'm going with these flowers are sort of grown up, but then those are coming down. So it's, yeah, you decide which way up you want it. See, it's still gushing out. There we go. Right, just pop it on its side rather than on its tip. And then I'm just going to position where I want the You're Too Kind. I'm just going to put the rest of this glue on these hearts. So again, don't need to be quite so small, these dots. And I'm not wasting all that glue. There we go. See? Just putting a little touch on that corner. There we are. Right. So, and I'm just gluing these flat. Now, I've just noticed on my actual one, I did put these on dimensional, so it is up to you whether you want to glue them flat or put them on dimensionals. Okay, so just pop that to one side, and I shall wash it this time instead of just leaving it to dry. And now I'm going to get out some mini dimensionals and pop this up. If I can find a sheet. I've been really good at sorting out my dimensionals and using them up, and so I don't have, oh, I have a few on the edge here. Oh, and a few there. Been trying not to just go straight to a new sheet, which is tempting. Okay, so these minis, I mean, you can use the bigger ones cut in half, that works just as well. I'm just spreading them out. With them being a hexagon shape, they do support quite a bit of card, so that you don't have to completely cover the whole area. Just got a few on here. Yes, I've had a blitz of my dimensionals. I'm really using them up. In fact, to be honest, on the kind, the bigger ones probably would fit too. I'll just put 3 along there, and that is plenty. There you go. So, put those back. All right. Then I shall take all these off. There we go. Whoops. Just banging my watch. There. Come off. There we go. And then I'm just going to pop that on where I want it. Just at an angle there. Okay, and then we'll build the rest of the card. So this is going inside. That's better, it's not flowing quite as quickly now, because you really don't need a lot of this glue. You don't need, in fact, that's probably more than you need. It is very good glue. And I know sometimes people think it's a little bit expensive, but do you know what? It lasts and lasts and lasts. And I've often found buying a cheaper glue is a false economy. That I end up using loads and things fall off, and it's just not worth the hassle. Okay, so now you do have to be careful, because obviously some of this, as you can see here, is going to overlap, so you do not want any glue on here, and I have a little technique for doing that. So what I'm going to do is this is going to be in the middle of the card, so I'm going to line it up here in the middle of the card and use it as a guide. And I'm just going to put glue where that card is going to go. And then I pick it up this end, because that's where I want the rest of the glue, and glue it there. So I know I've said don't put much glue on, don't put much glue on. Because this is an interactive card, you do need to make sure that it is well glued down. Okay, and there you go. Now, the more observant amongst you will see that I've actually popped some sequins on this one. So there's just a few, but I did feel they were a bit lost, which is why I've not bothered on this card. But if you want to add some bling, feel free. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and I shall see you all next week. Bye.